So yesterday I was walking on this very street in Germany and I heard the most amazing blues I ever heard. It wasn't really the solos that interested me, it was more the rhythm guitar that I thought was really astounding. And I asked, can you teach me the blues? The rhythm blues? And he said, yes, thankfully. So today we're learning the most amazing rhythm blues guitar I've ever played. Join me. So here we are at 42 Gear Street, and the guy I heard playing, I think he's following me. It's Perfecto. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Woo!
Paul?
Hey man, what's up?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm great. I've got the honor to work with Perfecto de Castro, who has been a professional classical and flamenco player on the 10-string guitar, and later worked extensively in the alternative rock scene as a producer, guitarist, and sound engineer. So, man, what you played just blew me away. It sounded so bluesy and so awesome. So thanks for doing this. And could you give us a little preview?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's so much stuff happening. Is there a way we can, like, step by step go from like the basic 12 bars we all know, like the A7, D7, E7? How do we go from there to what you just played?
Okay, so let's go through the steps.
Yeah,
And
great.
we'll talk about the rhythm primarily, and also I will show you the secret to the blues.
The secret to the blues.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's really exciting me. All right, let's start. A. I know the A is fret 5 on the E string, so.
Okay, so to make it sound closer to the blues, we are going to play in the shuffle rhythm.
Okay.
It is a long note followed by a short note.
Dum, gu, dum,
Yes.
gu, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
There you go.
I got it. All right.
And then we're
this
going to
is-
go.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Yes, change. I'm going to go back. Now, if you're kind of tired of this rhythm,
Yeah, I am.
kind of repetitive,
Yes.
we're going to add the pinky. And this is going to be the blues walk.
Yeah. Ah, I got it.
And go to the 4 chord. So we have this nice, easy going rhythm. Back to the 1. And we're going to go into the important part of the 12-bar blues, the turnaround. The 5, go to the 4, and back to the 1.
Okay. This is nice, but
Yeah.
wait a second. This is not at all what you were playing.
No.
So, hey, where's the good stuff? Come on.
Well, I'm going to spill it.
Okay,
And
right,
this
right.
is the secret to the blues.
Okay, wow.
It is only 2 notes. It is 2 notes, and that is found in the key of A. That is found on the 5th fret, 4th string, G, and the 6th fret, 3rd string, C sharp.
Okay.
See? So this is in A major. This is the flat 7, and this is the major 3rd.
Yes. And these are the notes that give the A7 the color, the characteristic of the dominant 7.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And we don't need the entire chord. We just
Yeah.
need the colored tones.
Ah, yes.
Right,
So we
okay.
play the root note with it on the A string.
Yes.
Or I play that and you play. Is that
I
a
can
thing?
play. I can play the color, and you can lay down the rhythm.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
3, 4.
And you can play around with it. And when you go to the 4 chord, all you need to do is go down from here,
Exactly.
1 fret.
Oh, so it's the same shape,
It's
and then we
the
go to the 4 chord, the D,
Yes.
and then you play the 4 on the D string and the 5 on the G string.
And the intervals switch because now the major 3rd is now on the 4th string, F sharp,
Ah, cool.
and the flat 7 is on the 3rd string,
Yeah.
C natural.
Yes.
But you don't have to worry about all the terms. No. You just go from this fret to this fret.
Yeah, so on the D chord, right? Okay.
Yes.
But then there's still the E chord, right? At the end. What do we do at the E chord? So we go to the turnaround, 3, 4, and... oh my God. It's so easy. So why are we even doing this? Everyone can do this, like everyone.
So that's the secret to the blues. It's this shape within the span of 3 frets.
So just on the A chord you play this. So
yes.
just like a brief resume, like on the 1 chord we play this. And then we go to the 4 chord.
Go down 1.
And to the 1 chord again. And a 5 chord.
Yes, 5 chord. 1. Then we go with the 4 chord. Back to the 1. There you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That is the secret to the blues. And
just
now,
these 2 notes.
Since we have 2 notes, we can incorporate it into something more spicy and interesting.
Yeah, that
'Cause
sounds cool.
if you play, which is fine, after a while it just gets so monotonous and boring.
Yeah.
So now we can maybe incorporate a little walking bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a different way of walking. So this is the blues walk. Now we're going to do walking bass.
Okay, that sounds fun. Walking bass.
And the way to do that is to go into our root, the A, the 1 chord, and we always walk into the root from 3 frets down.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and
so
then
it's just like you put the fingers on the strings, fret 2,
it's
3,
like a finger
4,
exercise.
and
Yeah,
5.
like a finger exercise. The
Nice.
very first finger exercise.
Yeah, the spider.
Yes.
Is this it?
Yes, that's
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
And I need to point out, it's important that we land on the correct note on the correct beat.
Yes, okay. Yeah, because we're playing a lot of chromatic stuff in here. And I think it's important that like the first beat is always the chord you go to. So like the A should be on beat 1, the
Yes.
strong beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
and if we go
I'm
to the
doing
4th
something.
chord, yes, you walk up. Yeah, so that's tricky
okay,
because this doesn't sound good.
No, that sounds very strange.
No, it sounds strange. So this sounds good.
Yeah.
And then,
So the moment you go from the A chord to the D chord, you don't go down to F sharp, but you play like fret 5 on the E string, and then you go to 2 on the A string, B, C, C sharp,
D,
and that walks beautifully into that 4 chord.
yes,
So do it at bar 4 of the blues.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Yeah, into
exactly.
the 5th bar. Cool.
exactly.
That sounds great. So then we are jamming at the D. What do we do at the D? Same thing, okay.
Same thing. Okay, but we only do it once because we have to go back to A.
Yeah. How do we go back to A? Ah, okay. Yeah.
We just go back to what we did earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that's easy.
So those are things that you have to be mindful of.
Yeah.
And when you go to the 5 chord, again, go 3 frets back, start at C sharp. We're always leading, going
yes,
to
yes.
where we're going.
So you have to think where you're going. You have to think ahead instead
Yes.
of like running behind of the facts.
Exactly.
So the A to the E will sound like.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So the thing I'm noticing, I'm doing it automatically basically. I'm playing the notes you just talked, the magic notes, right after the first beat, like. Or if you start from the beginning, A7th, and then the bass line. Because you're not always playing with 2 guitars, so then you can do it like by yourself. And then you do it 3 times.
Then switch. There you
Right?
go.
Oh man, it sounds really jazzy, but also at the same time it's just the blues.
And then that's the main reason why we're grabbing the color tones, so that we can do other stuff with the other fingers.
Yes, okay.
Which you automatically did by yourself, because you have that sound in your ear.
Yeah, it just makes sense to spice the rhythm
Yes.
up a little, and also exaggerate the shuffle feel.
Then another way to use the chromatic things is when we go from the 5 chord to the 4 chord. The walk up can work, but it's too quick of a change.
Yeah, it's just 2
so
notes
it's,
apart.
so it's like it's too crowded.
Yeah.
Right? So what you can do is just hang out on the 5 chord, and then on the last beat before the change, you can do that little chromatic thing.
Like a passing tone.
Yes.
Or something. Yeah. So, yeah.
And then from here you can go back to.
Oh, that's lovely. What makes sense for me is to play it like this. I hear it like this. Like,
Okay.
for example,
Yes.
to just tie these one bar chord chains a little bit together. So on the D, I'm actually also like, playing stationary, and then to the G sharp just before you go to the one chord again.
It gives the feeling of you are headed in a particular direction.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just throwing random notes in there.
That's the thing. It feels like you're very aiming for a place you're going, and it sounds very like you are on top of your
Yes.
stuff.
Well,
To put
we
it
all need
nicely.
to go somewhere.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah.
Eventually, yes.
Okay, so but what was the
Okay.
last thing you played at the turnaround? Back to E, you walked up again.
Okay, so from here you can make a game out of it as to where else on the fretboard you can do those walk-ups.
Yeah.
Right? So we have this A7 here, and we also have an A7 here.
Yes.
12th fret. Okay. Exact same notes. When I walked up to the 5 chord for the E, I can keep walking up.
And we're going in circles, but then we grabbing another circle with it, basically.
Yes, exactly. It's the same thing, but in another place.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then from here, you can keep going. And then you have another D here.
Yeah.
And do pretty much do the same
Yeah.
thing.
So you have to figure out a little bit the patterns that exist on the guitar, because all the chords are so close together, and you can go from the A chord to the D over here, but also from the A to the D over here and to the E. So if you find these new shapes everywhere on the neck, it's easy to connect them with these walking bass lines.
Yes.
And if you listen to the rules Perfecto just explained to us, I mean, you can pretty much figure it out by yourself and find cool new bass lines that work for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Cool new bass lines, and it turns into a funner game because you're now, instead of having a very dry ritual of memorizing each note, you're playing the blues, but I want to play the blues all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's a challenge.
Yeah, that's just what it is eventually, like improvising, but then not like what everyone thinks with solos, but you're improvising with the rhythm part as well.
Ah, yes.
And that's what actually drew me to you at the street. I was like, wait a second, that rhythm player sounds killer. It's just so amazing. Because also it's something I don't do by myself a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm really learning a lot over here. Taking notes, that's awesome. So is there a thing like combining all these elements? Or is it more or less like,
okay.
is it something you can do, or maybe...
You want the boss level.
Yeah, like step 6 maybe, or I don't know what level we are right now.
Okay, let's see. So you did the chord stab on the offbeat. And since we have a lot of space in between the bass lines, and you still have extra fingers, you can grab other shapes. A common blues move is to go from the D chord, a fragment D chord, and go back to the A7 fragment. So,
Yes. Oh, yeah, I know that sound, yeah.
yes. That sound. So now it becomes a puzzle where you can fit that chord within the constant bass note.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course, I think if you're not like that technical proficient, you can just use only the little high notes. But
Yes.
is it possible to play these bass lines with it?
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, you did ask for boss level.
Yeah, I did.
So,
What did I get myself
okay.
into? Ah. Exactly,
so,
yeah.
so that is 1, 2, 3, and the 4th beat.
That is really spicy.
It is spicy, but you get instant gratification.
Yes, they
when you
both
let it-
resolve like the other way around.
Yes.
Right? It's
Yes.
funny, yeah. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
that's cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And we can do other stuff with the turnaround too, right? We get with the walking bass. Like I've heard you talk about before, like going to the 6, the 2, the
Yes,
5,
yes.
and back to the
So,
1. Sorry guys, I rushed this, but there's a cool thing. He just told me like secretly behind the curtain before we entered the room, and I was like, yes, we're doing that in this video as well.
Okay. So
Sorry.
we will do that. So instead of the usual turnaround where we go 5, 4, and 1, and back to the 5.
Yeah.
So it's we're going to take a little detour.
Yeah.
And we're going to go 1 to the 6 chord, the 6 minor,
Yeah.
to the 2 minor, B minor, before going to the 5 chord, E7.
Nice. Okay. Hey, this is a 2-5-1 that everyone's raving about.
The 2-5-1, but that's actually a 1-6-2-5.
1-6-2-5.
Back to the 1.
Wow. Boss level.
Yeah.
So we start at the A7, 1, and then we go to 6, F sharp
6,
minor,
yes.
B minor 7.
Yes. E7. And since we're walking, there you go.
Exactly, you can end beautifully on that 1. Because the pull from that E7 to the 1 is so strong there. Sort of a resolved resolution, or like, how do you say, delayed resolution?
Delayed resolution,
Yeah,
yes.
beautiful.
But we can make that even more interesting by adding the walking bass notes in there.
Do it,
Right.
I'm all for it.
So we are going to approach it 1 fret higher. Because the chord
Yes.
progression is descending,
Yeah,
and we're just going to follow that
yeah,
movement. So
the direction. Okay,
right, so
A
1
to G, that makes
to
sense
G,
in the A chord.
yes, to
F sharp
F7,
minor.
and then here
C to B minor.
C to
Yeah.
B minor. Okay, F to E7. So we
Okay.
have this. And then if you want to go back, if you want to be clever on the way back to the 1,
G sharp. Yeah, that's. I
Or-
heard that.
that also works too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
It's about the half step tension and so if I would put this together right now in my mind, I would.
There you go.
Wow.
Eventually your fingers will know where to go and you just
Yeah.
follow the sound.
You hear something in your head and your fingers want to go there automatically.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the cool thing. If you play it enough, then it happens.
Yes.
Anyway, I want to thank 42 Gear Street for inviting us here and all the brands and playing a beautiful Ibanez Art Star made in Japan. It's a really gorgeous guitar. It plays like a dream. It's really nice.
That's a beautiful color.
Right? I think it suits me.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think? Let me know in the comments if I... Well, never mind. what are you playing?
This is a PJD Guitars CAREY. And it is also a semi-hollow
Yeah.
with a flat top. I believe this is an ash back with a roasted maple neck.
It sounds great on you as
It
well.
sounds great, and it's very easy to play.
Yeah. Well, that is a wrap, I think. Thank you guys for watching. I want to thank Perfecto
Thank you for having me here.
so
Paul.
much for like playing a little bit of blues with me, showing you how to do it, and of course, all the links to your channel are below in the description. Check him out. He's an awesome guy, and yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Bye. Woo! So, here we are at 42 Gear Street, and I'm not looking at the camera, but at the screen, which is ugly, which is terrible. That's it.
Okay.
Legend. Thanks for helping out. Thank you.